Test, test. Can you hear us now? I think, I hope, I pray. Can you hear us now? Anyone out there? Hooray. Thank God. Thank the Lord. All right. Did you folks hear the intro music play? Because I need to know that too, because we're on a brand new system, so it's an interesting thing.
Hold on. I got sound going on my side.
What's funny is we should have known that we didn't have sound because of that thing over there.
Well, I didn't know if the sound was on. Hold on. I can hear myself. Wait. How do you turn sound off? Oh, duh.
We're struggling right now. This is Halloween technical difficulties. I will tell you, since this is live, I've had a pretty awful day. I won't lie. It's probably the worst day I've had at work since I started working at my job. So I'm not surprised that we're also having technical difficulties. But hey, shit happens, and we're going to deal with it. So no big deal. So we can go ahead and take that intro over if you want,
Okay, cool.
since it wasn't that great to begin with. It was a good thing you guys didn't hear it.
Okay. Welcome, everyone, to the just before Halloween episode of Storytime with the Scariest podcast.
Yep.
I'm Robin Grace. This is Adam Diaz.
Woo! You thought I wasn't going to do it, but I did it. There you go.
Oh, my God. Okay. And we're thankful that everyone's joining us today.
Indeed. So I'm really excited. We're going to be doing 4 stories like normal. We're not doing our supersized episode like last week. And I think they're pretty good. I've been told they're pretty good. But we're going to be reading homegrown horrors. Now, Robin, what is a homegrown horror?
So, homegrown horrors are the tales of paranormal, supernatural, spiritual experiences that you folks, your family, your friends have experienced and you have generously shared with us.
Indeed. And if you have a story you would like to share with us, please email us. Email address is storytime@scarish.com, or you can go to our website, scarish.com, and click on Contact Us, fill that out, and send it our way, or hit us up on all of our, or any of our, I should say, social media platforms. We have Facebook, which is facebook.com/scarishpodcast. Instagram is @scarishpodcast, and Twitter is @scarishpod. So do you want to go first, or do you want me to go first?
I guess you can go first, but apparently my mic is super quiet.
Cool. And what's funny is none of these settings have changed from when we moved computers. It's just a nightmare. So, awesome stuff. I guess if I jack this up, it's going to mess up the recording. So, I guess we'll just do what we got to do on this. All right, start talking, and
Okay.
I'll start adjusting your mic. But you're going to have to do like full sentences here.
All right, so I'm just going to go to the beginning of what I have here. And lots of happy birthdays to me. So thank you, everybody, for wishing me happy birthday, or early birthday, I guess. I'm very excited to celebrate. Jagme says, pink-haired Pusheen Robin is killing it. Thank you. This is what I wore to work today, so it's kind of nice.
Did you really wear that to work?
What, this shirt?
Oh, I thought you said you wore the hair to work.
No.
I was like, what?
No. The shirt I wore to work, and then the hair I just put on just now because it's Halloween tomorrow, and we had to do something. And I was just like, I have a bunch of wigs. I'll just try out all my wigs and see which one I like. So, yeah, that's how it worked out.
So I see some folks saying Robin's sound is louder now. Someone said that she's so quiet she's unintelligible. So we're spiking her out at max gain on our end. So I'm not exactly sure what we can do besides that, but I think that's just about as high as up as it can go. So we'll see if we can have a normal show tonight.
Well,
so.
People are saying it sounds better, so
Okay.
yeah, cool.
Right
awesome.
on. So am I going first, or are you going first?
Yeah, you go first.
Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and move into my first homegrown horror of the evening. This one is from Becca on Instagram. And it starts out like this. It was actually a conversation that eventually led to a story, and it goes, I wanted to mention that I had a really weird experience in a house I was living in like 4 years ago. We had a lot of roommates, like 5, and tensions were pretty high. There was typical household drama like dishes not being cleaned. I put cleansed, but it's clean. Dishes not being clean, and just overall the house being a mess. And finally it got to the point where like I personally would clean up the dishes for those people. And then I noticed that an even bigger mess would be back the very next day. And then I confronted them like, yo, what the fuck? I'm not your maid. It's the worst thing to have roommate drama. Like, you never want to have drama in the place where you're supposed to be relaxing. They swore that it wasn't them and similar stuff was going on in their rooms. It got to the point that the random messes would happen all the time. We started hearing noises in our crawl space. No attic. It was a 1-story house. It sounded like the walking of something bigger than a dog but smaller than a person, if that makes sense. We investigated and looked inside the crawl space to see what was up there. I don't know if we expected a person to be living up there or something, but needless to say, we didn't find anything. That's when we started hearing random banging on our bedroom doors in the middle of the night. It got to the point where I couldn't sleep, and when I did, I would wake up not able to move. Shit was so scary. I couldn't take it anymore, so one of my roommates and I went to the local metaphysical store and got some sage to try and see if we could get some of the negativity out of the house. I was convinced that it was a demon that was like feeding off the negative, angry energy in the house. I was going full-on supernatural hunter on it too. It's weird because it seemed to work and drove out the problem roommates too, lol.
That's hilarious.
So there you go. For anyone that's having a housing dispute, all you really need is to sage the house and they'll eventually just fuck right off. It's probably one of those things where it's like, did you just burn sage?
They'll just
I'm
fuck
gonna
right
go.
off. That's just funny.
Cool. So yeah, fun stuff. Thank you for sending that, Becca. We really appreciate it. All right. It's the first one of the night. I'm going to scroll through some stuff. I don't think we have a whole lot of YouTube chat over there.
Okay, cool, because I already read all my chat, so.
That's not cool. I like having chat. Panda said, woo, when they got here. We also had Blanca Bella say, hola, oh my god, the hair robin. And Vivian says, hi, I'm here.
Hello.
Welcome, Vivian.
Glitch says, you always need to wear that hat.
This is the first time I've worn it since I bought it. I've wanted to wear it to Disneyland all the time, but Robin's always like, you'll get it dirty, or you'll damage it, or you'll lose it.
It's true.
So I never get to wear it. So it's like, I can't have anything nice. I have this nice thing that I want to wear all the time and show off my Disney ears. But no, it has to stay locked up in a display case at all times. So I was like, tonight is the night that this fudging thing is coming out. So here it is. Hope you guys enjoy it. All right. Vivian says, question of the week, what is one thing that gives you hope? I've been struggling all day to find that. I guess it's Robin. Robin gives me hope.
That's such a cop-out answer. I don't know. What gives me hope? The promise of tomorrow.
Wow. And mine was a cop-out answer. The sun will come out tomorrow, is what Robin is stating.
You bet your bottom dollar that tomorrow there'll be sun.
Okay. You folks that are here, go ahead and consider that question. And it says, but more important question, did you watch Shia LaBeouf? No, I did not. Did not have time. I apologize. I barely had time to do literally anything leading up until this episode since the computer got here. Had to build it, get it working, get everything transferred over, make it sure that it was working, which it kind of was, but, you know, testing some stuff out. So here we are.
Cool.
But, okay, let's move on into Robin's first of the night.
All right, so this one is from Lunabin, who is always super supportive of us and who's in the chat right now, I believe.
Lunabin also won that giveaway that we did recently.
Yeah, which I need to pack up.
Shout out to Lunabin.
I will get that done, I promise. Just not this weekend.
It's her birthday week and we're going out of town.
All right, so the email is titled The Jersey Devil. That is so blah, 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 how I slurred those words.
She's not drunk, at least I hope.
It's titled The Jersey Devil and a Murderous Doll. Hello, spooky friends. I sent you guys an email with some of my paranormal experiences a while ago, and y'all just read them on stream the other day. That sounds, oh no, it's August, so, I mean, that's a while ago, right? August.
It's like 2.5 months, yeah.
Since I've joined the Discord and the Facebook group, I've been inspired to sit down and type out some more of my experiences, as well as some friends' stories. I have a lot of them, so I'm going to divide them up into a few emails. Feel free to share these on the podcast. Anyways, on to the stories. The Jersey Devil story. So the Jersey Devil story goes, as I mentioned in the Discord, I'm from New Jersey. And so is my sister. What? And a good number of the students from my high school lived in the area that was supposed to be the Jersey Devil's territory. Personally, I've never had any kind of sighting or experience involving the cryptid, but a friend of mine did. My friend tells me that he was driving home down some back roads from work one night when we were in high school, and he saw what he thought was a deer on the road. This is pretty normal, so he just slowed down and kept driving closer, assuming the deer would cross when his car got closer. However, as he approached the creature, it didn't move, and he realized it was larger than a deer.
Oh, God.
According to my friend, he was able to get pretty close before it turned towards him, leaned back on its back legs, and leapt across the road almost like a kangaroo. My friend told me that he couldn't see it super well in his highlights. My friend told me that he couldn't see it super well in his headlights, but he claims it looked like a really thin, really big horse with wings. It was a Pegasus. And that when it looked at him, he felt terrified, like It knew he was there and it could hurt him if it wanted to. The skeptic in me says that it could easily have been a horse since the farms around that area aren't uncommon.
But it had wings.
It's a Pegasus, I'm telling you. It came straight out of Hercules. But the believer in me hopes it actually was the Jersey Devil. That'd be really cool.
I understand the I want to believe thing, but I'd also be absolutely terrified if I saw something where it's like, that looks like the Jersey Devil.
I mean, I always want to believe, but if I did actually come across Nessie, I bet I'd be scared.
I'm like, yo, shout out JD, what's up? Take a selfie with me.
JD. It's like people calling people JC.
Exactly.
Oh my gosh. Okay, anyway. Second story is titled The Doll That Tried to Kill Me. All I can hear is his ears. Like
it's the tag that you won't let me take off these fucking things.
Yeah, because it's important. Oh my gosh.
Hope you can all hear it. It kind of sounds like a wind chime and maracas mixed together.
It's like the wooden wind chimes. Have you ever? Yeah, like or bamboo ones. Boom, 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 yeah.
That's exactly what wind chimes. I know you guys just were like, holy shit, those were wind chimes.
Oh my god.
It was my mouth I did.
So this one took place when I was around 7 or 8 years old. I have an older sister, we'll call her Violet, and growing up we were friends with the neighborhood kids because they were also a brother and sister about our ages. That's literally how my friend and I growing up became closer friends. Oh god. Because I was the same age as her and her younger sister was the same age as my younger sister, so it worked out perfectly that we all went to school together in the same grades and in the same classes. So I totally understand that. Anyway, so we'll call the neighbor girl Sandra and her brother Tim. One day we went over to Sandra and Tim's house to play. Me and Tim were on the first floor while Violet and Sandra were playing downstairs in the finished basement. Why? Why would the two little girls be playing in the basement?
Why wouldn't they be? It's finished. It's different if it's an unfinished dark basement, but if it's a finished basement,
it's still got the spooky vibes.
It's just like another.
It's
floor.
Like you're underground. You know, it's creepy.
It's
like
exactly.
It's like you're in a giant.
It's not like someone's like, go play in the
underground.
bomb shelter. Wow.
Okay. I don't honestly remember what Tim and I were doing, but I remember that we were in the middle of playing a game when both of our sisters ran upstairs from the basement screaming. Exactly. They shouldn't have been down there in the first place.
Shout out to Captain Fake Guy who resubscribed for the 4th month using his Twitch Prime. I just want her. My bad. It's hard to tell.
There.
All I know
just
is
say
it says
there.
Captain.
Yeah. There.
Shout out
Twitch
to them.
Prime.
Thank you very much.
Anyway, I lost my spot. Okay, so the girls looked very freaked out and we asked them what happened. Violet couldn't really talk because she was so scared, but she managed to say something about a doll in the basement. Violet and Sandra asked us to go downstairs and check, even though we were the younger siblings. Okay, so the sisters were older. Okay, that makes sense. All right.
So they send the younger siblings downstairs to check. It's either a prank or it's like cannon fodder, man.
Cannon fodder? Like... I don't know. If we get rid of the younger brothers, it'll be fine. Parents won't even notice.
So messed up.
Now, when my sister and I were kids, we really didn't get along that well. So for Violet to come to me scared, asking for help, meant that she really was shook up. Confused and scared, but wanting to impress my older sister, I told Tim that we should go downstairs and check out what was going on. Tim and I walked into the basement with Violet and Sandra in tow. The girls pointed to a corner in the far end of the basement and told us that's where they saw it. We went to the corner, and I noticed that there were spots of some sort of white dust or powder in a trail. It was cocaine. I followed the spots.
Yeah, that's where my head went to immediately. It's like, there's no ghost down here. It's a coke lab.
I lost my spot again. I followed the spots with my eyes, and they led to a kid's chalkboard. Oh, okay, that makes more sense. That was on the...
So we snorted it just to be safe.
So the kid's chalkboard was on the floor. Stop. The kid's chalkboard was on the floor, propped up against a wall. The board had some scribbles on it, but that's it. Next to the chalkboard was a Cabbage Patch Kids doll and a straw piece of chalk. I'm going to say stray piece of chalk. Do you know what Cabbage Patch Kids are? What they look like? Okay,
just
remember
sure. Cabbage Patch Kids?
No, I know what Cabbage Patch... That's why I'm asking you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I wasn't around when they came out.
Yeah, I was around too. So they're like those cute little chubby ones.
The only thing I don't remember is the Boomafoo, which is why I always say it's fake.
I turned
also,
to...
now that I've admitted that live on an episode, please stop sharing that Zaboomafoo has a granddaughter. It's been shared 50,000 fucking times in the Spooky Friends group. I'm so sick
Watch
of seeing
now,
it
a million
there.
people are just going to do it out of
If you fuckers
spite.
spam it, I swear to God, I'll probably actually be pretty funny. It'll be pretty funny.
Okay. Oh man, I don't want to see the Facebook group just riddled with it now because they're doing it out of spite. I turned to Violet and gave her a look that said, "Really?" Violet and Sandra then told us, "Look at the doll's feet." I bent down to check out the doll and noticed that there was chalk dust on the doll's feet and hand, and that the spots of powder I'd noticed on the floor made a path that led right to the doll, like footprints. Now, I was a skeptic when it came to my sister. She was older than me, so she was always pranking me. I turned to tell my sister and Sandra that their joke wasn't funny, but when I turned around, they were gone. I took a step towards where the girls had been and tentatively called out, "Violet?" And then the lights turned off.
Holy shit.
This has got to be a prank, you know? They were like, "Oh, look at that doll. Oh, it creeps you out now? Bye, bitch." You know? It's just...
If it's not a prank, it's terrifying. If it is a prank,
it's a pretty
prank.
As soon as I called my sister's name, the lights in the basement went out, and I saw the door at the top of the stairs slam shut on its own, leaving me and Tim in total darkness. Tim screamed, "What is that?" from somewhere on my left. I turned in the direction I heard Tim yell from and felt something soft jump at my face. The doll was trying to kill me. I screamed at the top of my lungs, pushed away the doll, and started running in the direction of the door with my hands out since I could still barely see anything. I bumped into Tim, who was right next to me, and the two of us made a beeline for where we thought the door was. We found the stairs, sprinted up, but the door had been locked from the outside. Dude, those girls are bitches.
That's so funny.
That's rude. I start banging on the door and screaming for help when I hear Tim shout, "It's got me!" Oh, God. In panic behind me.
Tim's gone.
I turn around in time to see Tim throw the doll back down the stairs. One of the girls had to be outside. One's downstairs throwing the doll at them in the dark. You know what I mean?
Maybe.
I start banging on the door. Oh, wait, hold on. Okay. Tim yells, "It's got me." Turn around. Okay. At this point, we're both losing our shit and start banging on the door, trying to get it open by ramming our tiny 8-year-old bodies into it. That's mean to do to an 8-year-old, man.
Yeah. But it's hilarious. But it's mean. Or it could be the doll's actually sentient and trying to kill them.
Oh my God. We're also screaming for our sisters who disappeared. Then we hear laughing coming from the other side of the door, and all of a sudden it swings open. Tim and I spill out of the basement in panic, only to see Violet doubled over in laughter. I hear laughter also coming from behind us and whip my head around to see Sandra at the bottom of the stairs also laughing her ass off. That's when it made sense. Our sisters had pranked us. How mean, dude.
It's so funny, though.
After Violet and Sandra stopped laughing, they told us what happened. Our sisters had taken the doll, put chalk on its feet and hand, scribbled on the board, and make chalk footprints themselves. Then they had gotten us to go downstairs, and when we were preoccupied with the doll, Violet had snuck upstairs and Sandra had hidden herself under some beanbag chairs. It's a pretty good hiding spot. The basement was one of those that only had a light switch at the top of the stairs. I hate when they do that.
They do that for so many of them.
Well, I like when they have a switch at the top of the stairs, but you should
have one at the bottom too.
Right. I mean, just in case, right?
We had a switch in our basement. We had a switch for the lights to the staircase. And then the switch for the actual basement itself was at the bottom of the stairs. So it's like if the light was out in the staircase, like you better change that thing before you get on the basement. Otherwise, you're going to have that long, dark run up the basement stairs. That's how it was for me growing up.
So this says that the light switch was on the top of at the top of the stairs outside the door.
Oh, that's even more fucked up.
Yeah, I think it should be on the inside. Maybe have another switch on the outside. Electricians, let us know if that's even possible.
Whoever built that, they built it specifically so that they could play pranks on people in the basement.
Yeah, so light switch on the outside. When Violet heard me call her name, she turned off the lights, slammed the door, and locked it. Sandra told us that after the lights went out, she'd grabbed the doll and thrown it at Tim, and Tim freaked out thinking that the doll had jumped on its own. He threw it away himself, and it hit me, which is when I thought the doll was trying to kill me. Once Tim and I were at the top of the stairs, Sandra had found the doll again and thrown it up the stairs at us again to make us think it was following us.
That's so good. I wish they would have recorded it.
It would have been so funny. It's
also,
like,
I'm very sorry this happened to you, Lunabin, but holy shit, this is hilarious.
It's totally like that guy down in the basement flipping the on and off switch.
Oh, yeah, the breakers.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's a good video. Or like when they do the fucking disappearing kid act, where like they do the disappearing kid, and then like they all act like
yeah.
The kid's
Oh, and then the
invisible.
kid just starts bawling.
And then they tell him like, sit down on the couch. I'm gonna put my arm around you and take a picture. But they've already taken a picture with that person.
Yeah.
With their arm around nothingness, and then they show it to them like, oh my god, like bring me back. It's so funny.
Oh my gosh.
I love
Okay.
it.
All this happened 15-ish years ago, and since then, our neighbor friends have moved away. I asked my sister last weekend if she remembers this story, and as soon as I brought it up, she burst out laughing again.
It's hard not to.
Glad to know my terror is still funny to her. That's such an older sister thing to do, though.
It's an older sibling thing for sure.
That's all for my stories this time. As I said, I have a bunch more, but I don't want the emails to turn into novels. I'll try sending more in a few weeks. I hope you enjoyed my stories, and I'm excited to hear you read them. Thanks again for making such amazing content and building such a positive community. Keep on creeping on, Luna. Thank you so much. That's just such a funny story.
Thank you for sending that story. It's amazing. And thank you for being part of this positive community. We sincerely appreciate you, Luna.
It's nice because there's like the Jersey Devil story that's like, if
creepy
that were...
thing, might have been a cryptid. And the next one's like, here's a prank my asshole older sibling pulled on me to make me think a doll was
It's a nice
me.
mix. So
it's like, and that's the thing too, is if there was a recent Child's Play movie coming out, like that's even more extra terrifying if you're 8 years old, because it's like you were brought up to play with all these toys, or maybe you were, I don't know. I had toys, I had dolls, I had all that stuff. And then all of a sudden there's a movie that comes out where it's like one comes to life and fucking kills you. So it's like if you had that happen around the same time where they had these movies come out, it would have been extra, extra terrifying, which is just so much funnier.
Imagine it coming out and then having your birthday be right after that movie comes out, or that it was a miniseries, right?
It was a miniseries, yeah.
And then your parents have already booked the clown, but you're like, I don't want a clown at my birthday. I don't. That's horrifying. Why would you want that? He's just
gonna stay in the sewer and hand out balloons, but you got to really reach in there to get them. It's like that's a really good way to throw a birthday after that movie came out.
Yeah.
So right on, good stuff, Luna. All right, let's take a look over in stream chat, see what you wonderful folks had to say. It looks like the sound issues have been worked out. I will say it might be a nightmare to edit because your audio is spiking all over the place. But hey, you sound loud, and that's what matters.
All right.
It is literally maxed out. It's dialed to 10.
Why don't you just turn it down a little bit?
I mean, if I turn it down, they can't hear you. I turn it down, that's when they're like, she's so quiet.
Oh, okay.
I can barely hear her. That's just how I read them because it sounded very much like you guys are very upset at me.
All right.
All right, I'm looking at my YouTube stuff.
I guess Luna Bin isn't here right now. Maybe they'll show up later.
Everyone's doing something for Halloween one day early. WT fuck, people.
Glitch says, Chipotle and whiskey gives me all the hope. It's
pretty good stuff.
It's pretty solid. I
like Qdoba. I also like Chipotle. I won't say I like one better than the other. I just like that Qdoba has really good queso. So that's just me. That's Fat Adam for you.
Let's see. Mondo Alba says, my dad lost his Goofy hat Goofy through the years baseball cap on Pirates, and Disney doesn't make that hat anymore.
That sucks. Pirates is the worst ride to lose something on. That and Splash Mountain, because they're super wet rides, and that log one in California Adventure, the Grizzly whatever's.
Yeah.
So it's like if you get it back, it's gonna be just drenched and smelling like that foul water, and
the water doesn't smell that bad. So I feel like they put things that smell good, like perfume in the water, because at least at Universal, when we went on the Jurassic Park ride, we were drenched, but we smelt really good after.
That's Universal, though.
Yeah, that's what I just said.
Yeah.
Yeah, at least at Universal. That's what it seemed like.
We've gone on that Grizzly ride before, and I've never felt good about how I smelled.
I don't think I stank after the Grizzly ride.
Shout out to Jake Rhino, who resubscribed for the 4th month with their own money. We really appreciate that.
Thank you so much.
Happy early birthday, Robin. I love you guys. Keep on creeping on. This heart is for her, but also you.
Thank you.
We appreciate you.
Let's see.
Don't have a lot of stuff over here. Cat Beatrix appears to also be here. What else do we got? Scrolling a little bit. Says, by the way, happy Halloween and happy birthday, Robin. That's from Vivian for you, obviously. She's like, where is everyone?
The Snark says, hey, y'all, just had to finish the marinade for dinner. I hope it's delicious.
No problem. Kiana has joined us, says, hey, guys, what up? Happy birthday, Robin.
Thank you. Albrain says, hello, friends. Long time no see. Welcome. It's been quite a while. Let's see.
Kiana says, sibling pranks are the worst. My 2 brothers, younger and older, would scare me all the time. My brother didn't really prank me. He just beat the living shit out of me all the time.
I feel like I was never pranked either. I don't think pranking is a big thing in my family. But the beating thing, that was a big thing. No, but really, yeah. No, I didn't do a lot of pranking at all. It wasn't a big thing, yeah. I don't know.
I've pranked a lot, but I haven't done a lot of pranking.
I like when
haven't been pranked a lot,
I like when there's humor, though.
It's got to be funny. It's got to be funny enough where, like, you're pissed, but it also is pretty funny. It looks like Jill said, happy birthday. Aww.
Thank you.
And please tell me Adam is wearing that hat to work tomorrow. I am not, because I'm not going to work tomorrow because we are on vacation.
But see, I was so sad because even at work today, everyone was like, "What are you wearing for Halloween?"
I know.
And I was like, "I want to go to work in a Halloween costume."
We're doing Wizard of Oz for the theme. So I thought it was really, really funny that it's like one of the things that I like grew up hearing about. My mom used to read me Wizard of Oz, and it was like one of our favorite things to watch when I was a kid. And then I was in the play Wizard of Oz, and I was in 3rd grade, so I was like, I could get down on some Wizard of Oz cosplay. And then, of course, it's like, we're going to only dress up on Halloween. I'm like, well, fuck, I'm not here. Never mind.
Let's see. Captain Fake Eye says, Robin is like my mom, who never lets me take tags off of things and keeps the plastic on the screen of my computer.
I will not keep the plastic on the screen of anything. That's just insanity to me.
I'm
buy
not
a screen protector.
I'm not big on the keeping plastic on stuff, even though my phone charger, like the charging stand, still does have the plastic on it. It's just like this hat we got from Japan, and it's specifically for Disney, Tokyo Disney's 35th anniversary. So I was like, it's very specific. We can't just clip the tag off. It literally says
can't just
35th
use it for what it was made
celebration.
for and show it how much we appreciate its existence. Stop hitting my ears. You can't take the tag off or you're going to abuse my ears.
I wanted to look at the back. It says 35 Tokyo Disney. So, I mean, if you wanted to take the tag off, I guess you could, but I don't want you to.
There you go. Those are the choices I'm presented with, folks. All right, Vivian says, do y'all remember American Girl dolls? I know they're still around. Well, this story reminds me of my doll story. My sister had an American doll, and my little 5-year-old self took a red and black Sharpie and destroyed the doll's face and body. Then my sister fucking kept the doll in her closet.
What?
She put it on the top shelf of her closet and always kept the closet door open so in the dark you could see the doll's marked up face through the crack in the door.
That's fucked up.
This one time I got scared of the thunder and I went to my sister's room at night with a sleeping bag and I had a nightmare about the doll. That is hilarious.
Cat Beatrix says, almost forgot. Happy early birthday. Thank you so much. Let's see. The Snark says, FYI, I can't hear the spooky from the sub, but y'all are doing a great job. So the sound for that's not working either. Since we've moved to the new computer, this is the first time we're doing all this stuff. So it's nice that we're getting all the problems out now, figuring out what's not working.
Sounds apparently aren't working. It said it migrated everything, and I tested all of it, and it all worked. And of course, after you test something, it just decides it's not going to work after that. So we're also not getting desktop audio, which we used to be able to get, but we just muted so that it wouldn't reverberate. Because we now have a setup where we could actually listen to the alerts, but it's just not working. So we're like, we got to go live, whatever. It's 6:30, but it'll be sorted out by next time.
Hopefully. Make no promises.
Jill says, have fun on your vacay. You will be missed.
Oh, thanks.
Appreciate that.
Jamie says, my siblings and I used to move each other's cars into random places in the neighborhood / parking lot. That's messed up. The idea of getting my car stolen again really freaks me out. So if I had a sibling that did that, I would lose my mind.
I had a girl get super mad at me because she drove up, jumped out of her car. It was still running. She'd parked it, and she ran into the gas station that I used to work at. It's my first job. I worked at Subway. That was in the gas station. She came in there. She used to work with us, and she was screaming at everyone and being a bitch. So I jumped in her car.
Oh my God.
And she was so fucking mad. She was like, "It's the only thing I have in the world." I was like, maybe not be such a bitch sometimes. How about that?
You should have more in your life than just.
And then I had
car.
a friend who jumped in the car with me, and he went to take her her tassel from her graduation because she just graduated from high school, and he's trying to get it off her mirror, and he just ripped it. And I was just like, did you just rip her tassel off? He's like, I didn't mean to. I was like, just put it in the glove box or something. Let's hope she doesn't notice. And she didn't notice for a couple months, and I think she just wound up thinking that someone else did it.
All right. So Cat Beatrix says, being a Wednesday's child, I'm obviously going to creep into work as Wednesday Addams. Aw, cute.
That's awesome.
I've seen a lot of Addams Family costumes, which I love. I think that a couple players from the Golden Knights also cosplayed as from the Addams Family with their wives.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's cute. Let's see. The Snark says, I have to be the one that peels off the plastic. If someone else peels it off, I will return it and buy another one. It's the satisfaction of that peeling. It's so nice. Tan Lung says, I'm with you, Robin. Don't take the tags off. # team tag.
Yeah, that's hashtag Team Insanity. We're going to go ahead and we're going to record that before I start my new thing in my intro, so we can get that out there as a hashtag to see how many folks are on hashtag Team Tag and hashtag Team Sane. So we'll see how that goes. All right.
Team Sane, you're so stupid.
Kiana said, Vivian, would you call that self-inflicted terror because you did that to your sister's doll? I would. I call that a karma doll. Vivian says, well, to make matters worse, when I woke up from my nightmare, the closet light was on. It was off when I went to sleep before. And I swear to fucking God or whoever is up there that the doll winked at me.
Oh my gosh.
Kiana says she was probably like, this is the best kind of revenge for coloring precious Anna, the doll. That's so funny.
Captain Fake Eye says, I still have an American Girl doll from when I was a kid, and I never played with it because it was so expensive, but just kept it on the shelf. I recently went back to my parents' house, and now it's super old and dusty. And if we leave that house and leave the doll behind, I hope someone finds it and thinks that whoever lived there before was super creepy and into old dolls.
That's funny.
Let's see. Laura Ann said they're going to work as a cat. A couple Team Sanes for you.
Thank you. Alexander said, here in Australia, it is already your birthday, Robin, which is shared with my, in parentheses now, geriatric omen baby cat, Pippin.
Oh, we have to take our cat to the vet, too, because
yes, we were discussing this before the show.
She's 6.5 now, and
she needs a checkup.
She
meows a lot. I'm pretty sure it's for attention. And then she only does it, like, when I'm home.
Yeah, as soon as Adam gets home, she's just like, meow, 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 meow. Meow mix, please deliver. Hashtag not an ad.
Vivian says, hey, I'm being Wednesday Addams for All Hallows Eve. There can only be one, which is hilarious. Kiana says, black and red, me calling the doll Annabelle doll. Coincidence? You set that one up, so that's on you.
Albrain says, wish Halloween was as wild in Australia as it is in America. Yeah, a lot of countries don't celebrate Halloween like we do.
Yeah.
We just... I don't know. It's just such a big deal here. And I know in Japan it's starting to become a big deal, but it's just a huge party.
In America it's a party. It's an excuse to party. And if you're if you're from 16 to 90, it's an excuse for chicks to dress really fucking slutty and be really fucking slutty. And it's just awesome. It's like every chick turns into a stripper on Halloween.
It's
so if you're a dude, it is just a glory. And like the strip is like 20 minutes away. If you live in Vegas and you're single and you just want to see some titties, you go down to the strip and it's like you don't get charged. It's just an awesome holiday. I love Halloween.
Yeah, it's like that movie Mean Girls where they're like, Halloween's the one day where you get to just be a slut. But even in Hawaii, where I grew up, there's a Halloween parade down the main street on the island where I lived. And during that parade, you'd see people in like bondage with their boobs hanging out, and just... It was a weird time.
I'm stealing some of your chat. Glitch said, Halloween is gay Christmas. I love it. That's so funny.
Let's see.
Kiana said, didn't the Annabelle doll have red and black lipstick on her in the movie? I just self-inflicted terror myself.
That's hilarious.
I think you're right. All right. I am caught up on my YouTube chat at this point.
Lots of costume stuff. American Dolls. And
I'm going to test out the why, though. Folks, tell me if you can hear the why, though.
Whoa. The Snark says, I wish men dressed up as slutty.
We can dress up as slutty.
I mean, you totally can, if you want to.
It's just really hard to find a good pair of pants that show off your ball cleave.
Your ball cleave?
Ball cleavage.
You just have it all hang out, right?
I mean, you could just wear that singlet thing that Bruno wore to the beach, or
Bruno,
whoever it was, whatever character
Sacha
Baron Cohen played, where he wore just like
Borat,
a single strap. Was it Borat?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he has the thumbs up in that. It's totally Borat.
Yeah, it's your turn to read.
I'm aware. All right, so I'm gonna mark
Texas
this.
size 10-4.
Texas size 10-4, good buddy. Marked. Okay, I'm gonna move into my second and my last email of the show. This one's subject is definitely share on the podcast. So that's a good way to get that out. It is from Cody. It just says, to start out, Cody, Tulsa, Oklahoma. And I kind of like opening them like that.
Nice.
Hello again.
It's very straight and to the point,
It
right?
is. Like, Cody's not fucking around. Hello again to my favorite podcast hosts ever.
Aw, thank you.
Thank you. So you may remember I sent you my astral projection / sleep paralysis story, and I think you read on Storytime episode 39. I've listened to a lot of episodes, so I could be wrong. Shrugged shoulders dramatically with clueless look on his face. So I have other stories, but this one is probably the most haunting of them all, and definitely the one I remember the most vividly. So here goes nothing. A little backstory for this. My family has always been musically inclined, including me. My uncle specifically is where I got my inspiration because he has always been more like an older brother to me, being that we were only 11 years apart, and also because my parents were teenagers when I was born, which meant a lot of being woken up at 4:30 in the morning so my dad could take me to my Mimi's house,
Aww.
in parentheses, my paternal grandmother, while both he and my mom would go to their jobs.
That's a really cute nickname for your grandma.
Mimi?
Yeah.
It is.
I am wondering what our kids will call their grandma.
Probably grandma.
Really?
Maybe. Yeah, I don't know. Probably grandma, at least for my mom.
Oh, okay.
So, I don't know. I don't know what the one is for you guys. So we'll see.
Oh, yeah. For you guys. What do you mean by you guys?
I'm going to keep going. I kind of grew up with my Aunt Tamara and Uncle Dustin, both as this was the routine, for 8 to 9 years or so, even when I started kindergarten. My Mimi was the only one to take me to school, and, she was also the one who I would hide behind for the first week of school because I was shy and didn't know anyone yet. Thanks, Mimi. Love you, girl. Anyways, getting back to it now. My uncle passed in several... Nope. Mark that. I might have spoiled something there. Anyways, getting back to it now. My uncle played in several different bands growing up, and even still today, he is playing with a band who are important in the story soon. Back in 2009, when I was 18, so you're 28 now. Sorry, I just had to do some quick math. Got my abacus out.
Some quick math? Jeez.
Yep, some quick math really fast. Someone get these ants off my skin. My dad's church, so I've done a meth reference and a cocaine reference so far this episode, and I'm pretty sure this episode is going to be like a 35, 40-minute episode at best. Anyways, they were 18 in 2009. My dad's church, mine too at the time, wanted to do a New Year's talent show for their members, so the idea came about of forming a band and covering some church-appropriate but not necessarily religious songs that everyone would know. So at this point, please tell me you're going to name your band Faith Plus One, like that South Park episode.
Faith Plus One.
So at this point, we're trying to figure...
Do you remember songs from that?
From Faith Plus One, from the South Park episode? Yeah. They basically took every love song and turned Baby into Jesus.
Well, there's one song...
And I just want to feel you deep inside
the one that
me,
I remember from that
Jesus.
episode is I'm going to finger bang bang you
That's not the
into
same
my heart.
episode.
Are you sure?
That's the one where they form a boy band called Finger Bang.
Okay. Okay. Different episode.
Faith Plus One is an episode where they're all in a band together and they're playing instruments and they suck. And Cartman sucks and they're mean to him. So he decides he's going to quit, start his own band, and he'll get a platinum album before anyone else does. Shout out to Dixie Normus, which is a great name, who just followed us on Twitch. And so he decides he's going to form a Christian rock band because they have a built-in audience. And all you have to do is cover songs and replace lyrics with Jesus instead of Baby.
Oh, okay.
So he goes and gets Token to be his bass player and Butters, I think, to be his drummer. And they form a band. And they get 1 million album sales because all the Christians buy up their albums. And so he has this big party to celebrate that he got there before Stan and Kenny and Kyle. And they present him his award, and it's a myrrh album.
Oh.
Because in Christian rock album sales, you can only go gold, frankincense, and myrrh. And he's like, so I'll never get a platinum album? And they're like, no, but you can go double myrrh.
Oh, my God.
And then I'm pretty sure he says, fuck Jesus a bunch and gets struck by lightning. There you go. I just gave you an entire episode of South Park.
Does that lead up to the movie?
No.
Okay.
Not at all. There's no continuity up until the movie. And the movie doesn't continue over, I don't think, like for anything else either. So this has been your South Park Corner with Adam. Hope you enjoyed it. I haven't watched that show in about 4 or 5 years. Not because I don't like it. It's not just like saving it. One day I'm just going to have a huge binge of South Park and it's going to be amazing. And I'm going to get back to this story now. So at this point, we're trying to figure out who to have in the band. And the decided lineup was to be my uncle, my younger brother, my dad, another church dude, the preacher, and myself. We had a couple practices at our preacher's house since he was the drummer, and it's not the easiest packing those up for travel.
No.
Let me tell just you, LOL. The rest of our practices were at my uncle's house, in parentheses, which was a trailer home, because he had a full drum set the preacher could use, plus every other goddamn instrument you would ever need in a rock band. It's pretty nice.
That's
pretty
nice.
Stacked. The last... Oop, just get past that.
My music teacher in high school, when I was in choir... Oh, man, some days he would just get super pissed. And one day he took one of the drumsticks and just fucking fisted the drumstick through the snare drum.
You
and
didn't say
just
stabbed. I'm not sure where you went with fisted.
I don't know. Well, Anyway, it went through the whole entire thing.
Wow.
And we just sat there like, did that really just happen? Another day, he took the CD, like a CD disc, that the choir music,
Compact disc.
Yeah, the CD was was on, like the background music to play while we sing. He took it and he just was so pissed off and he just like crushed it in his hand.
That's amazing.
It was just.
It's like Thanos crushing a fucking stone.
It was really, really intense. So this music story is just like
sounds like
bringing all
Whiplash.
these.
I'm pretty sure I've seen this fucking movie. I still can't get over the fact that you said he fisted something when he stabbed it. He finger banged that drum.
Shut up. Okay, go.
All right, gonna get back to it. Where
You're
was
not gonna put a note on it.
Fuck no, it's a great story. I'm leaving that in.
Okay.
I will say this though. I now have a mouse to use to scroll through my stories, which is the greatest thing ever, but I'm not used to it, so I'm scrolling past shit. So it just proves that the scrolling thing is my issue, not the fact that I never had a mouse. Fuck me. All right.
Fuck you.
Rest of our practices, blah, 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 plus every other goddamn instrument you could ever want in a rock band.
Okay.
Got it.
Thanks for that recap.
The last practice we ever had at his house was in late December, and with only a couple weeks before the New Year's show, we had to cram as much practice as possible. So we were going to spend like 5 hours there that day, but then our session was cut short after only like an hour and a half because of what comes next. Boom, boom, boom. Side note.
Does it actually say that in the email?
No.
Oh, okay.
What it does say is, side note, I'm freaking out as I finish this story. All right, strap in, folks. It's about to get freaking real. So to give you a visual, my uncle's wife, Wendy, is Caucasian, has a very pale complexion, and she's around 5'9" and very thin, like almost bony. Sideways smiley face. I don't know if it's a smiley face or it's just a weird frowny face. And it was winter, so as you can imagine, white peeps get ghost-like white and almost translucent when we're standing outside in the cold.
Okay.
Okay, this is another tangent. I read today that the reason that white people like cheese so much is because they have a genetic mutation, Caucasian folks do, that allow them to be less lactose intolerant than the rest of the population. To the point where it's like a 5% rate of the full population. And I was like, this is fascinating. And it had like a list for like every race throughout the world and a graph. And I was like, whoever the hell sat down and decided I'm going to find
Asians
out
on it?
all this information about cheese is my hero. Asians are pretty high up. I think they're like 20 to 40% lactose intolerant.
Yeah, I mean, my sister's lactose intolerant. I'm pretty sure most of the time when I drink milk.
I've had to pull over for your sister because she's like, I had cheese. I'm like, can you stop?
Yeah.
Like, my tummy hurts. And I'll be like, sure. All right. We good? We good to move on?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to
Go
get back into the story. I know we've had a lot of weird tangents on this one. The back door was kind of their main entrance because the front porch was in disrepair. The back door was adjacent to their master bedroom door at a 90-degree angle to the right, like when you come in the back door, turn directly right, and you're facing the bedroom door.
Okay.
We were practicing our set list in their bathroom, and we had just finished going through the set list for the second time, so we were taking a break and just having a pillow talk sesh.
Aw,
Totally
that's cute.
joking, BT dubs.
Oh,
But
okay.
for
not
real,
so
it was, well, it's like pillow talk is supposed to be after you bone. But for real, it was just mostly
I did
talking
not
about the
know
song.
that.
It's because you're laying on a pillow.
I just assumed it's like girlfriend, sleepover, pillow talk.
I think pillow talk is technically when you're like just sleeping together. It doesn't necessarily mean like because you just bone, because then it'll be like backseat cushion talk. I mean, not everyone bones in a bed is what I'm saying.
Cushion talk.
Okay. Gonna keep going.
Okay, thanks.
But for real, it was mostly talking about the songs and the show and whatnot. So I'm sitting directly across the room from my uncle and the bedroom door, which we kept open because only our band was home, when all of a sudden the back door flew open so hard it smacked against the wall on the outside, loud as fuck. This wasn't too weird because the door was hard to close all the way, and it was very windy outside, but what is weird was that I saw my aunt's arm outside the door as if she opened it to come in, and the wind took over from there, but almost as quickly as I saw her arm, it was gone. And believe me, it's so bizarre to try to even recall how long I was able to see the arm, because it seemed like just a flash, but simultaneously it was there long enough to burn the image into my brain. The arm was long and very, very white, with long, bony fingers, so you can imagine why I assumed my aunt was home from work and
That's
coming inside.
rude. Long.
I hope your aunt
bony
is listening to this,
fingers?
or aunt, or however I've said it a million different ways, but I kind of hope she is too, so she can be like, you know what, fuck you. Like, I hope this is a demon that's coming after you.
That's so mean. If I said that about one of my aunts, they'd totally murder me.
I'd be so pissed. Okay. So while the preacher and my uncle were laughing after getting startled by the slamming door, my uncle catches my gaze as I was staring at the open door with confusion. His smile faded instantly into concern at what I was looking at, considering the door was right behind him, and he asked what was wrong, and I replied with asking if Wendy was home. His eyes got big, and he was like, no, she shouldn't be off for like 3 more hours, and I told him I just saw her, and then suddenly I'm pretty sure everyone felt that feeling. Hope you can hear the air quotes.
The creepiness.
At the same time, because we
The
all
chills.
jumped up and started heading outside. And of course, my Aunt Wendy was definitely not there at all. Because why would she be, right? After all, I'm submitting this story to my scariest friends. So now we're all in the doorway, confused and freaked out. The preacher literally got scared and said he didn't feel safe and proceeded to run to his car, set his GPS to Nope Town, and floored it.
Oh my gosh.
That's the holy man, and he fucking bailed on you. That is messed up shit. Then my dad...
Jesus can't help you now.
Yeah, he's like, no, I'm out of here. I didn't sign up for this. Then my dad and... I'll pray for you, Mom.
He's like, holy man. No, I'm the music man.
Oh, God. Then my dad and brother and church dude left. I had already made plans to stay the night and hang out with my uncle, so against all instincts, I stayed there. So all your instincts are like, abandon uncle now. After everyone was gone, we went in and he asked me to describe what I saw, which I thought was a weirdly specific request. But I told him, and he told me that he was almost positive it was a demon and that she goes by the name Ellis. And he explained that the singer of his regular band at that time was in a satanic cult-like
What?
religion. Apparently, Ellis is their quote-unquote god, and he showed me drawn pictures on the internet of what she supposedly looked
I
like.
have chills. No.
And it looked exactly like what I saw.
That's horrifying.
While he was showing me this, an old family photo in the living room fell off the wall and onto the couch, which could have easily been due to the door slam knocking the frame loose from the nail, but then gravity won. But the timing still scared me.
Yeah. Well, it's like that scene in Constantine. Where she's sitting in her hotel room or her apartment or whatever, right? Sitting in her hotel room after her sister had died.
The phones start ringing.
And all the phones start ringing. And you're just like, okay, that's very strange.
I love that scene because it doesn't have to fit anywhere in the movie. It's just something super fucking creepy.
It's just
that
so
happens.
scary.
And they never explain it.
You could put it in any point of the movie and it would make sense. And it's just super duper scary. And that's just the timing thing, you know? I mean, you're in the middle of this thought process because she was just watching that video of her sister.
And her sister
saying
turns around and
Constantine.
says Constantine. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's what is so freaky because the timing and the phones just go off. That's what it reminds me of, where you're talking about this thing and then the picture just falls off. Oh my god.
I really like that movie.
I love Constantine.
Okay. Dustin also
on
told
Hulu.
me that he and the singer just a week prior had a conversation about the fact that after their band practices, the singer would pretend to leave and instead he would use dirt near the driveway to draw ritualistic symbols, and he would circle the house chanting some kind of curse for an hour before leaving. And he had also been drawing these symbols on little pieces of paper and tucking them into hiding spots inside the house, as well as kind of doing the same thing, just perhaps quieter or more discreet, seeing as my uncle never noticed him doing this.
What?
He only found out when he discovered one of those pieces of paper by accident, and then found 3 more, and he started asking his bandmate some serious questions. The singer told him everything, but he thought it as more of a funny prank and laughed about it. Like, what the fuck? Cursing a man with demonic presence as a prank? Okay, I can dig it, actually. Okay. So that's pretty fucking messed up.
Yeah.
Who would do that to a friend? I mean, I've pulled a lot of pranks in my day on people. Like I said, I haven't pranked a lot, but I've pranked a lot. So
I don't prank.
I don't think I
just
would
don't do that.
demonic prank my friends. Like, just so you know, you're going to get possessed. Hilarious, right?
My friend and I, growing up in high school, we did go through a phase where we're like, okay, we're going to learn all this Wiccan stuff, and we're going to like learn to do all these spells, and we're going to do it. And we never did it. We were just we're too chicken.
I've poisoned a friend before as a prank, but I have never made someone
I know this
possessed.
story. Okay.
Yes.
He didn't actually poison his friend.
I kind of poisoned my friend.
Okay, he just
when
gave him
when medication says recommended dosage 1 to 2 and you give them 12, and they're really messed up afterwards, it's a little bit of a poison.
I mean, It was just X-Lax.
I X-Lax poisoned a friend. So he kept eating it, though. That's on him. He wasn't paying any attention to what it was.
That stuff tastes different. That's what I don't understand.
He's an idiot. I gave him
It's like dry.
I gave him 3 pieces. I told him it was a crunch bar, and he didn't notice there wasn't a crunch. So as far as I'm concerned, at that point, it's on him. And he ate the 3 pieces, and he's like, more. So I'm like, all right. So I gave him 6 pieces because they're broken apart like Hershey's pieces.
Oh, God.
There's only 12 in the fucking package. So I gave him another 6, and he crams it into his mouth, and he just starts chewing. He's just like, this crunch bar tastes really bad. And then the last 3, I was like, finish it up. He's like, no. I was like, be a man. No balls.
Oh,
no
my
balls.
God, you're horrible.
So he took the last 3 and ate it, and then 12 hours later when it kicked in, we were on the roller coasters at Busch Gardens, and he ran off and almost shit his pants.
You're horrible. Oh, okay.
Okay, let's get back into this, because
Yeah.
this has more to it. We're about to finish this up.
Okay, go.
To this day, I will never forget what I saw, and now I'm even more reassured in it than before because I only told my uncle about seeing the arm, no one else. And like 6 months ago, I brought it up in one of those family reminiscing conversations, only referring to the door flying open, but my brother told me in private that he thought he saw our Aunt Wendy opening the door that day, but then she was gone, and he assumed maybe it was just his mind playing tricks. But the scary thing is he described that he saw her just past up, or shit. Fuck. The scary thing is he described that he saw up just past her elbow, which he had the best vantage point, whereas I only saw halfway up the forearm, and given how accurate the trajectory was matching up, I knew I wasn't just seeing things. So I think the
Poor
real loser
Wendy.
here is your Aunt
Poor
Wendy.
Wendy.
It's like,
He's
she looks like a terrifying, hideous
Yeah.
demon, is what I'm hearing you guys
poor
saying over
Wendy.
and over. So anyways, that's my demon story. I still have other stories, but like I said, this one haunts my memories the most. Also, just to give some backing details, the band name is Lady Sin, which the singer, of course, chose. And if you read its initials, LS, and say it quickly enough, it sounds like Ellis, the demon we supposedly encountered. And if you look at the album cover, which you can find on iTunes, Google Play, and maybe Spotify, it's a black background with the initials in fire, plus a bunch of satanic-looking symbols all in a circle. They are playing together again, but my uncle is a strong in faith Christian, and let's just say there were ground rules made that you would never expect to have to make. Like, hey there, I won't preach to you, but you don't get me possessed. Deal? It's a pretty solid, pretty solid condition to have on that, I'd say. Also, lately, I've been having little noises and weird shit happening. That's not good.
That's not good.
At home, which scares me more than the idea of, quote, ghosts, is that they came to my house for like 6 hours so he could use my band room to record vocals while he's in town. And believe me, I've checked for anything he could have possibly left behind because fuck that demon. Not today, Satan. I love your podcast so much.
That?
It's in there.
Okay.
I love your podcast so much. You guys have gotten me through so much stress and many monotonous work days. Currently listening to Mermaid/MWD topic episode 71.
MWD. What's MWD?
Trying to think of it. I'm going to finish the email and then I'll know.
Okay.
Ariel, I know you're really out there. Eventually I'll get around to sending pics of my omen babies. Peace out, y'all.
Aw.
That was a really good one for Halloween.
That's
especially.
a really good one. Yeah.
What the fuck is MWD? We've done so many episodes. I can't remember what we paired with mermaids.
Megawatt, dude.
You did mermaids. All right. I'm just going to look it up and probably edit out this entire part where we don't know our own podcast. But
Mermaids and...
If I had a friend or bandmate or even a relative who planted shit around my house so that creepy stuff would happen to me, I would be pissed. I wouldn't just be like, hey, I get it, it's a prank and it's a funny joke. And it's probably because my dad raised me where it's like, you don't bring stuff home. And if someone's trying to lure stuff to your house, that's just like them's fighting words, y'all.
My family is very superstitious. So any little thing, it's like, you're going to bring the spirits to you if you do that.
You're not allowed to whistle at night, right?
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff you're not supposed to do because it's just asking for it. Also,
we need to have another superstition episode.
I've been having really strange dreams for the past couple nights. Maybe not last night, but I had really scary. I told you guys about the nightmare I had with the hotel room and the maid coming in and sucking on my fingers.
Sucking on my fingers like you wanted me, calling me.
And then I started reading. Thank you so much, Tan Lung, for subscribing. I am currently reading a webtoon called Ghost Wife, and
Mongolian Deathworm.
Oh, okay. Cool.
You're welcome. Keep going.
Nice. So, webtoon is like this little scrolling comic thing, and Ghost Wife is about this girl that sees what she thinks is like a monster or a ghost demon type thing eating a cat. And that's not the case, but
Your
in
webcomics
this,
are so weird, dude.
in this, you see a bunch of different creatures like the slit mouth woman type ghost, stuff like that. And so I read it right before bed and then went to sleep and then had horrible dreams about it.
Who would
and
imagine
then,
you'd have bad dreams after reading that?
Right? And then I woke up and realized I keep having these bad dreams because I'm laying on my back. And growing up, my mom was always just like, don't lay on your back because the ghosts/demons get in through your tummy. And so I'm just like, oh.
I am mostly filled with ghosts/demons apparently then. So I got a big old tummy.
So yeah.
Right on. Good stuff. Enjoyed this.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and look over in a stream chat and see what you wonderful folks had to say.
Lots of chat. Gotta scroll and find where I left off on.
That was a wonderful song. Did you write that? It sounded like Blink-182.
Oh yeah. So talented.
Vivian said, super sorry guys, gotta go. Happy birthday again, Robin. Watch Shia LaBeouf. Happy Halloween to all.
Aw,
and to
thank
all,
you.
a haunting night. Atsley said, finger banged?
What?
Finger bang bang you into my life. That's all I'm
Yeah,
gonna sing because
it's-
we will get copyright struck by Comedy Central for
Yeah,
sure.
it's that's the song is just so. Oh my god. That
Atsley said, what did I walk into tonight? LMFAO.
so.
That's
La, 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 la.
Emma says, happy almost birthday, Robin. Also, hello,
Thank
spooky
you.
friends. Welcome.
The snark says about my music teachers, like now that we're adults, I totally get his frustration.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, I bet we were horrible kids, but they're at my first class I had, or maybe second class I had with him. I was taking notes on my sheet of music, right? Because he's telling us, okay, this group do this group do that. And so I'm taking notes on my music sheet and he points me out and he's like, are you not paying attention? Am I not important enough to listen to? And he's just
Dude,
yelling
had
at me.
issues.
And so he's yelling at me for taking notes. And I'm like, no. He's like, are you doing homework for another class? I'm like, no. And so I just start fucking crying. I'm just sobbing because I was like a goody two shoes, stick up the ass kid. And so I was like, I'm not doing anything bad. I don't understand.
Why didn't you just explain to him that you were taking notes on what he was saying?
Because of the rage, okay? There's no getting a word in. There's no way.
I will find a word in. That's just how I am.
Anyway, yeah.
It's like, listen, bitch, I'm about to fuck you up with some knowledge, and then you tell them what was actually happening, and they're being stupid.
Mondo Alba says, I had a religion teacher who got so mad at us, he broke a piece of rebar against a podium.
Jesus, where the fuck did he get rebar?
I don't know.
Why is there rebar in the classroom? I was the guy who would basically make the teachers turn into those crazy teachers. Because I would torture my teachers if they were dickheads. If they were not dickheads, I had a great relationship. I'd get an A. I'd talk to my teachers outside of fucking class. Like, I thought they were great. But for the teachers who are kind of assholes, especially new teachers, I'd be like, all right, it's time to torture this piece of shit. And then the next year when I'd leave, like, I'd talk to people who were a grade below me, and they'd be like, so-and-so is such a piece of shit. They're so mean to everyone. I'm like, yeah, I think I broke them.
Oh my god.
Like, that one's on me.
They said that the teacher was tenured, so they couldn't fire him.
That sucks.
Yeah. Let's see. Captain Fake Eye says Asians are very lactose intolerant, which I totally get.
Apparently the biggest group, or I should say the most lactose intolerance comes from people as far south on their continent, which is weird. But I think the reason that it said that Caucasians are the highest level of tolerance is because they
drink the blood of their enemies.
No, in particular, like where that's funny, but in particular, like where they were like living when everyone started basically like separating. Around the same time they started domesticating cattle, it's always very gloomy there. And it's not as sunny as other places, so their vitamin D deficiency made them acquire vitamin D from different places. I'm talking about actual vitamin D, not dick, since Robin just gave me those fucking eyebrows. Wah, wah, wah. But
Is that the sound effect to the eyebrows?
Wah, wah, wah. But they got vitamin D from milk, so their body adjusted faster, and it's a recent mutation, and that's probably why. I don't think you guys give a fuck about any of this, but I thought it was a fascinating article that I read while I pooped.
The Snark also agrees about Asian lactose intolerance.
Beautiful Dauntless says, hey, guess who forgot about the live stream? Me. And guess who woke up at 3 a.m. just in time to watch the stream?
Aw, thank
Me.
you.
Thank you for joining us.
Luna Bin has joined us.
Luna Bin, we read your story. Don't know if you know that.
Well, they know now. Captain Fake Eye says, question time. What was your weirdest Halloween experience?
That's a good question.
I'm
gonna let her go.
Weird Halloween experience. I don't think I've ever had one.
I mean, okay.
I've never had a strange Halloween experience.
Let
or
me
like
read
a
some
crazy.
more stuff, and then I'll tell you about a few Halloween experiences.
Okay.
So apparently Emma's asking Cat Beatrix, or the other way around, about one of them getting soup or not. Cat Beatrix asked Emma if they got soup, and they said no. Wonder what that's about. Emma said, I forced myself to eat normal food, then made homemade hot chocolate. It's pretty awesome stuff. What else do we got? Beautiful Dauntless says, I'm on holiday this week, so I can actually stay up now and still missed an hour of the live stream. Yeah, but it's like 3 a.m. your time, so I think everyone forgives you for that. All right. Alexis Coomer has joined us and said hi. Hi, Alexis. Thank you for joining us. Emma's sick. Emma,
get better.
Get better. Get some soup and get better.
Lunabin says, one Halloween, my friend and I got separated from our parents, and a creepy guy followed us for a few blocks until we went to a neighbor friend's house.
I had one Halloween where I had a kid steal my candy bag. Some kid that was like a lot bigger than me, and I saw him. And I had a pitchfork, so I went over to get my bag back, and like we were fighting back and forth, and I whacked him in the nuts, and I got my bag back, and then ran away. He had already taken a bunch of my candy though. I had one Halloween where I got accosted by the cops. They stopped. I think it was like 8th grade. They stopped us and they put us against the car, and they're asking us all these questions, and we're just
because
like,
you're super brown.
We're like, dude, we're just fucking trick or treating. Like, get the hell away from us. And there was like kids like 20 feet down the road, like high schoolers, just smashing pumpkins and fucking smoking weed. And we're like standing like kids in costumes, like, leave us alone. And then like as an adult, I had a bunch of really drunk Halloweens. We had a dance off one time, and it came down to my friends dressed like Fire and Ice from Blades of Glory. So it was
That's great.
That was awesome. That was Lee and John. I had one year I went as I Am the 80s, and I kept changing costumes in the bathroom and getting progressively drunker, and it was harder and harder to take off my clothes. I did like Zach Morris, Top Gun.
Oh,
and
that's
one other
good.
one I can't remember.
I would love to do a Top Gun one where
I had
you
the
just
bomber jacket,
have the
and aviator
aviators.
glasses. I literally, the last one I did was Top Gun because I went inside and shaved because I had a beard for one of my other friggin' costumes. I was so into dressing up for Halloween back in the day. I don't think I had anything super weird happen on Halloween though. So yeah, there you go. Those are my Halloween stories.
Captain Fake Eye says, my weird Halloween story. I was out and about with my friends in college, and there was a group of guys dressed up as different types of fruits. They started to antagonize us, especially a guy dressed as an apple. I was super drunk and thought that me, being the 5'2" girl that I am, thought I could take on this huge dude and shouted, don't make me turn you into an apple turnover.
Wow. What
Not
a line.
my best moment. That's hilarious.
This wasn't Halloween, but on a similar note, I have a very skinny friend who came to my party, brought his girlfriend. He was only allowed to stay for 10 minutes. We did power 10 minutes where we took 10 shots in 10 minutes. And he was so drunk at the end of those 10 minutes that he couldn't leave. And his girlfriend was so mad at me. And one of my friends is like my size. It's like a big dude. He was like trying to help him to the bathroom so he could throw up. And he like put his hand on his shoulder. He's like, listen to me. Listen, look at me. I will fucking kick your ass. And he got in his face, and I was like, holy shit, this is amazing. It was Nick and Lucas.
Oh, my gosh.
It was so goddamn funny. But yeah, I understand, like, the drunk strength check.
I grew up not really celebrating my birthday as my birthday. It was always Halloween. So there's one Halloween where my best friend, Gabriella, she made this whole kind of event party thing where it was just a group of friends. We went out to dinner at Outback, and then we went to a club/bar. I mean, it's Hawaii. There's not really like clubs, like Vegas clubs, but it was like a bar. And so we all hung out, and the pictures are on my Facebook. Have you ever seen them?
Yes.
I was like a vampire that year. And I was way skinnier than I am now. And everybody has amazing costumes, but there's lots of pictures of me like holding up other people's boobs. It's really weird.
Nice. Hot stuff coming through. Emma said, one time I was trick-or-treating, a car drove by us and threw this honey stick candy at us. We took the weird unidentifiable candy and threw it in the bushes. Probably a good idea on that one, yeah.
Lunabin says, happy early birthday. Thank you.
Beautiful Dauntless says, this Halloween I might go to a Celtic Halloween celebration that a local museum organizes. The first time I do something interesting on Halloween. That's pretty awesome. I don't know if you've listened to the most recent episode where I cover the Halloween thing, but I go into the Celtic thing too. So take some stuff to throw into the fire, and don't forget to take it back with you and light your hearth. I think it's a pretty badass tradition.
Okay, so now I'm getting into the part where you poisoned Lee. And a lot of people are like, dang, at Busch Gardens, you're cold.
Yep.
And Lunabin says, if I had $1 for every guy who's been no-ballsed into doing some dumb shit.
People are dumb, man. I remember we had people come to our school and be like, you have to sign this contract that you will not be peer pressured. You're not going to let people do that to you. And as I was signing in like 5th grade, I'm like, This thing doesn't say anything about peer pressuring other people. So that's their fucking fault, because that's exactly what I'm going to do.
Laura Ann says, I have a friend who was dared to eat a whole ball of wasabi at a sushi restaurant. He did it. I don't think he has ever...
Was it just a dare, or was there money involved?
I think it's just a dare. I don't think he has ever regretted anything more than that. In high school, I hung out with the goth kids, the punk kids, whatever. I was not one of them. I was totally the fucking odd one out. I don't think anybody really was my friend back then. But one of the kids snorted like soy sauce and wasabi. And I think it was a dare. And, you know, when you're that age, you're just like, oh, I'll do whatever. And so he snorted wasabi and soy sauce and immediately just threw up so much.
That's so funny.
It was insane.
The instant puke thing is always funny. I have a friend that took a shot out of a bottle of whiskey or something like that, and there was like, bleh, and just projectile vomited immediately afterwards. Enough so that my hat fell off. Help me out here. The last wedding we went to, I drank way too much, and the next day totally projectile vomited. It was She's like, it's
absolutely
real.
Horrible. It was absolutely horrible. Like that scene from Team America, World Police, where he's in the alley and it's
That's
just
my
like
favorite gift to use when something grosses me out. Just endless puke.
Okay, Cat Beatrix says, I was/am the friend to encourage the stupid dare.
I'm the same way.
Let's
Alexis
see.
Coomer says, how are you guys? We're doing pretty well. Tomorrow's Robin's birthday. We're on vacation too. Says, I'm a big fan of you guys. Thank you very much. I know that you sent us some stuff on Instagram, and we're waiting for that to come up in our queue. We're about 2.5 months back. We just did some August stories, so we'll be getting there soon. So thank you for your support.
Tianlung says, dude, music teachers are the worst. I had a band teacher that would throw batons. He'd toss one and then would go into his office for spares. He had spares.
Wow.
Yeah, music teachers, I don't know what it is. It's like whiplash is a real thing.
Oh, yeah, for sure. It's because they had dreams of being like a rock star or an opera singer, and now they're teaching a music class in high school. Emma said, I had a friend who brought a ghost pepper to school and then vomited on the principal who was dragging him to the nurse. He ate the whole thing in one bite. You could have just said, I had a friend who's an idiot, and then given us a story afterwards, and I think it would have been pretty accurate.
Cat Beatrix says, I can't disagree. The orchestra teacher at my high school was an a-hole and so homophobic. Everyone hated him. That's fucked up.
Our band teacher and our choir teacher at my high school, I didn't have either of them, but as far as I knew, they were both really, really cool. So, I don't know. Maybe my high school broke that tradition.
The Snark says, OMG, 10 shots in 10 minutes? What? Captain Fake Eye said, it could be fatal for some people.
I used to drink a lot.
Well, I mean, we were just watching Letterkenny, and we probably talk about the show too much right now, but there's an episode...
I almost talked about this, so...
There's an episode where they do 100 shots of beer in 100 minutes.
For me, the reason I called this shit Power 10 Minutes is because this was during the time that we had been introduced to what is known as Power Hour. And for us, Power Hour was 100 shots of beer in 60 minutes. So when it was on Letterkenny and they did it in 100 minutes, I was like, that's almost double the time. Like, there's no way, because you're supposed to puke. Like, that's the point of Power Hour, which they say, like, if you puke, you don't, like, finish, you know? And I remember people doing 100 shots of beer in 60 minutes all the time, and you had to do Power Hour, and like, once you're done with your Power Hour, like, you're fucking hammered and you're ready to go for the night. But it was a lot of beer. So, I don't know. When we watched Letterkenny, I was like, I subscribe to this, but I feel like they're taking way too much time here.
Lunabin says, our high school play director had such anger issues. One time we were in the middle of a number at rehearsal when he just stood up, screamed, this sucks huge, and then stormed out. Captain...
I think I missed my calling. I need to be a high school teacher. You can just scream at kids, apparently.
Captain Fake Eye says, how many shots of beer in a pint do you think?
In a pint?
Like, this is a pint glass, right?
This is a pint glass.
This is a pint glass. I'd say...
10?
No, let's say 2, 4, 6... Yeah, 10. 10 or 12?
8 to 10 is what I would give it.
Yeah. We should try it out one time.
We should have an episode where we get fucking wasted. Robin doesn't want to do it because our Nerd Chills episode was a disaster.
So we had an episode 21.
I think most of them know it.
Okay. Yeah, I'm sure the ones that have been around, whoever's been around for a while, we've talked about episode 1 of Nerd Chills. Please don't go search for it. But it was the 4 of us. So CJ, Charlie, and Adam and I. Charlie, Adam, and I were in the same room. CJ was... in Minnesota or something like that.
Missouri.
And so we were recording our episode, and we're all getting super wasted.
Here's the thing. We really don't drink a lot. We really don't. The weddings have kind of thrown us off our game here a little bit. But we were committed, like, we're going to actually get drunk. It's not going to be one of those nights where we're like, we're going to have a beer, a drink, and sip it, and that'll be it. Like, we're like, let's get actually drunk. Let's find something we can do shots
But
of.
then you'd have to, like, pregame. So by the time you start, you're a little bit
We're a little
tipsy.
We're a little bit tipsy.
But, oh, man, that episode's bad because we were drinking already, and, like, the shots I was taking was, like, insane. We went through a whole bottle of vodka. We went through, like, most of a handle of something else, right?
No. We went through a whole bottle of vodka, but first we went through a whole bottle of Fireball. And then we moved on to a handle of Captain Morgan's. And because we were drunk and we were just trying to find reasons to take a shot, because it was episode 21, everyone drink with us. Charlie was doing this thing where she'd like say something, be like, finger guns. So like every time Charlie finger guns, you take a shot. And she was just mad with power that night.
And then
and just fucking tossing them out left and right.
There was a point where we were talking about Handmaid's Tale or something. And then she kept lifting up the microphone to be like, CJ, this is what's up. And like
we had a Yeti that was an omnidirectional microphone. So she would pick it up off the table that was in the middle of us and be like, they hold them down while they get fucked. And then she'd set it back down. It was the worst edit of my life. It was like a 9-hour edit.
The Snarked says, Robin, do you have the Asian glow? I don't think so.
Girl, look at that body.
Do I get red when I get drunk? Not really,
not
right?
Really, no.
I don't think so. My
I'm always red. I wear makeup to hide my cheeks, so it's like people always are like, oh, you took a drink. I can see it in your cheeks. It's like, I always look like this.
I know a lot of Asians, they get like really red and flushed. I think my dad's one of those people. I don't, though. I don't really get red when I drink. My cheeks might get a little pink, but I don't have like the Asian like glow, you know? So I think I'm lucky on that front, you know?
Yeah. You're very lucky with your front.
Tian Lung nice. And the Snark to say Fireball equals fuckboy juice.
For us, it was Jim Beam growing up.
Oh my god!
Because everyone drank Jack and Jack was fine, but if you're taking shots of Jim, you were trying to fuck someone. Like Jim Beam was what we called roofie juice, because if you gave a chick a shot of fucking Jim Beam, you were trying to have sex with them. So we're like, whoa, take it easy, bro. You don't need to be roofing anyone tonight.
Wow.
All right, Alexis Coomer says it's 10 p.m. for me. Emma says same. Alexis says I have a Ouija. I don't recommend using that. And Emma said, oh, fuck no. That's hilarious. All right, I am caught up on my YouTube chat, and I'm done. And this setup is so much easier to use than the last one, but we still have some kinks to work out. So we hope that you guys will hold on to this.
Wow. A lot of people are talking about Asians having a genetic mutation, and that's why they turn red. Which makes sense. It is. It's like your body can't process the alcohol, and that's why you turn red.
A lot of people turn red. I mean, alcohol is literally poison. You're putting poison in your system to feel the effects of what is slowly killing yourself. That's why if you have alcohol poisoning, you can die. You're literally just ingesting something that, like, when I used to work out, because I actually used to do that, the main thing was, like, don't drink. Because if you drink, your body stops doing whatever it's doing in order to reject the alcohol or the poison that you're putting into it. So you'll stop building muscle, you'll stop burning fat, whatever is happening in your body will instantly stop, because it'll be like, get this shit out of me. So you'll either sweat it out or pee it out or cry it out or puke it out. And I'm just like, huh, good to know. Let's go get a beer.
Shit in a mint.
Shit in a mint.
Yeah. I don't know. I've never had a lot of issues with my skin when I drink, so yeah. All right, so I'm going to get into my last email here if I can ever bring it up. Tap, tap.
Tap, tap, taparoo.
Oh my gosh. If I don't know if any of you have ever watched Oh My Venus, but it is one of my favorite dramas I've ever watched. And he says, like, I mean, he's an MMA trainer or something like that, but tap, tap is such a big part of that show. And oh, the feels.
Hate you.
It's so good. Okay, anyway.
So before we move on to this next email, this is something we've been discussing tonight with the chat, and I decided that I was going to bring it into the actual episode. So I am wearing a hat right now for Halloween, okay? And it's this really, really nice hat I got from Tokyo Disney with the 35th anniversary on it. And I know I was doing it earlier, and I probably left it in the episode where I'm just like shaking the tag on the back of it, because Robin won't let me take the tag off. And there are people who don't take tags off of anything. There are also people that don't take, like, screen plastic off of TVs and monitors and cell phones. So I'm going to group you guys all together. So there's hashtag team tag. If you're one of the people that don't take the tag off or the screen plastic, that's who you are. And I really want to know how many of you there are, because I thought Robin was crazy, but apparently there's more. And then for people who are normal like me, do hashtag team no tag or hashtag team normal. So I'm very curious on this one to see what you folks have to say. All right, now I'm finally going to let you do your email.
Okay, so this next email is titled A Feel-Good Story for Your Viewing Pleasure, which is a nice ending to tonight's story time.
I like it.
Hey, Robin and Adam. Hello.
Hello.
I just discovered you guys on Spotify. Fuck yeah, Spotify.
Shout
That's
out
literally
Spotify.
what is in the email.
Really?
Okay. About a week ago now, and I'm only on episode 15, but I have this thing where I have to listen to all podcasts from the beginning regardless of how many episodes there are.
Same.
I'm not sure if you guys will read this on the show, but I'd love it if you do. I was just listening to the Feel Good episode, and it made me think of a feel good story of my own that I recently experienced the last few days. My grandfather passed away about 11 years ago, and I was very close with him. That is very unfortunate. I come from a single-parent home, and my grandfather was like a father figure and a grandfather to me, so losing him was like losing a parent. I was only 13 at the time, so on top of going through the typical agony of puberty, I was also dealing with this traumatizing loss. A few days ago, I had a dream that my grandfather appeared in. It's not unusual for me to see him in my dreams, as he appears quite often, but this time was different for some reason. I was talking with a friend on my deck and looked behind him to see my grandfather sitting in a plastic chair. I didn't think much of it. He smiled at me and I smiled back. He looked exactly how I remember him looking. I went back to talking to my friend, and when I looked again, my grandfather had disappeared, and I knew it was because he had just stopped in to visit me. That's really sweet.
That is really sweet.
That's super sweet.
Apologies for shaking my tag during your story.
You're an asshole.
I don't know, it just bothers me.
Yeah, maybe you should not wear the hat then.
I'm wearing the hat. Fuck you, it's my hat.
So the next night... Oh, okay, hold on. Not the next night, but the night after that, he heard... Fuck. That's not what he heard, okay?
I was like, that's so scary.
Not the next night, but the night after that, he appeared in my dream again. This time, he and I were both sitting next to each other in plastic chairs on my deck. That's cute. I felt at peace for the first time since his passing. We just sat there, enjoying one another's company. I didn't even realize I was dreaming until I woke up. The dream was so realistic that I thought I was actually sitting on my deck with him, how we used to do when I was little. The guy appeared on the deck in front of us, and my grandfather said, "He's a good one, Molly." And I looked at my grandpa and smiled. Mind you, I'm single and have been for a very long time, so I have no idea who that guy was.
Wow.
Right after he said those words, I woke up and I didn't ever find out who this guy was.
That sucks.
It's like
I was so sure this was going to be your husband.
It's like in Once Upon a Time where the evil queen is told, hey, the love of your life, your soulmate, is going to be at this bar and he has this tattoo. And
it's Robin Hood.
And
spoilers.
she never goes in there. And
he
it's
does
just
find him, though.
Yeah. Fucking Forever Later.
Is that the name of the show? Forever Later?
No. Once Upon a Time Later.
Happily Forever After.
But right after waking up, I felt like I had really actually spent time with my grandpa for the first time in 11 years, and I felt peace in my heart. On top of him appearing in my dreams, he leaves me dimes. Whenever I find a dime, I know it's him letting me know he's there if I need him. Dimes are said to be linked to angels, and I want to believe that he is truly my guardian angel.
I wonder what the representation is of that. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah. Sorry if this was super long. Love your podcast and can't wait to be finally caught up on everything. Love you guys. Molly. P.S. Adam Zabumafu is fucking real.
Whatever. I was about to say something nice, Molly, but you ruined it. We all know fucking Zabumafu is real, okay? I was just left out of Zabumafu, so Zabumafu can suck it. So, just saying.
All my chat disappeared.
However, what I will say is that was an amazing story. Thank you for sending that in. And it's always really, really nice when you feel like you still have a connection to someone that's passed away, because it's like you feel like they're still there, and it'll carry you through some harder times. So thank you very much, seriously, for sending that in. Hashtag fuck Zabumafu. All right. Let's look over and see what you folks had in stream chat. I can just turn my computer to you because it's no longer tethered to a million fucking wires, which is awesome.
What?
Scrolling up. You can please close that. All right. I have a Ouija. Same Adam. Do you know where you left off in your Twitch chat?
Right there. At Ghost Dunks thing.
All right, then I'll read my YouTube stuff, and you can just take this thing towards you, and I'll get us set up for all Marbles on Stream. So anyone who would like to join us from YouTube, switch over right now from youtube.com. Well, I don't even need to say that, but switch to twitch.tv/scarypodcast, and you can win some free shit.
Yes, we're about to play a game we call Marbles on Stream. You get a little marble, you enter the race, it's all free, but the winners of the winner of each race, we do two, wins a little Scary swag, and then I pack it up and mail it out.
Sometimes. No, what? She always does it.
Fuck you.
Beautiful Dauntless says, I have a draft of a story in my mailbox that I should have sent to you over a year ago, but I will send it, I promise.
Yay!
Just commit to doing it. Just finish it, send it, cool. It'll be awesome. I was going to say we'll cut you to the front of the line, but we won't. Alexis says, I have a really scary story about the Ouija board. You should totally send that to us, Alexis. And Emma said, send it in. All right, I am caught up. You can use my mouse to scroll through this stuff. I'm going to use a new setup over here and get us ready to play Marbles on Stream. In fact, I'm going to try and do it just from my board that I have down here.
Ghost Dunk says, Kenny Omega came out on TV today dressed as Sans Undertale.
Who is Kenny Omega?
And I think Sans Undertale, those are the skull peeps, right? I know Undertale's like skull people.
Life is like a
thing.
hurricane.
I don't know. I am not familiar
here
with these things.
Undertale.
Let's see. Let's see. Capitrix says, I think I get the Asian glow for sure. To other people, I feel like a furnace. For me, on the other hand, I'm shaking so hard because I feel so cold. Interesting.
Very interesting. We should now be on our screen that shows you folks Marbles on Stream. I've realized now a seriously critical error I've made where my display that shows me Marbles on Stream is also covering our stream, which is a fucking bonehead move on my part.
Bonehead move.
But we can see stuff over on Robin's tablet, so we're going to read your any notifications that we get. Probably about 20 seconds late. So go ahead and send all that money now and make us look stupid. Oh my God, it's the best time.
A lot of people saying they have to send in their stories too.
Please do. Right now, though, you need to type ! Vote, then a space, then the number that corresponds with the track that you would like to race. Let's look at the local stats so we can see. They have reset. No. Maybe it's just because we're on the new computer. But whatever. Just pick a track and we'll see which one we're going to race. Go ahead and type in those votes. All right, meow. Life is like a
I don't have Facebook on my tablet. What? That's crazy. And my phone is not here. I don't know where it is. Maybe I put it on the charger, but I don't know.
This is how Robin's inner monologue works. It is an outer monologue.
I have misplaced it for real, though. Dang it. Let's see. ! Boop. Vote. Boop, boop. Oh, nope, that is caps lock.
Malum has a fur sticker next to his name. So proud of myself for supporting myself. All right, Bongo Boogie looks like it's in #1 place right now, but it's tied with Trick or Treat. Trick or Treat's kind of appropriate, but I feel like we already raced it. However, they're both at 4. Now Trick or Treat's leading with 5, now 6. All right, so we're going to let that scroll past maybe a couple more times and collect some more votes. No one's in any hurry right now. I don't got to work tomorrow.
Oh, can you message my sister?
Tip of the hat to you. Yes, I will message your sister and let her know. Marbles. You need to vamp, though.
Okay. I am... So our household... Oh, by the way, look at my spoon. Hold on.
Wow.
So...
Just killing it.
I don't know if you guys can see it. It's really far, but I have a teaspoon that's like a skull, and it's like my favorite thing right now at this very moment because it is so stinking cute and so stinking morbid, but it works and it's awesome. And it actually is really good for scooping out honey. I was very surprised.
Here, let me see it.
Huh?
Oh, is it wet?
Yeah.
Never mind. I was going to scoop you with it.
Oh.
You're my hand.
I have...
Just rolls right past
So our
it.
household right now
Doesn't even care.
Our household right now is really obsessed with Earl Grey tea. And so I bought some Harney & Sons, like their Supreme Earl Grey, and it is so stinking good. And we just ran out. And I was super excited because I went into the cabinet and there was one more, what is it, a sachet? I don't know, one more little package of Earl Grey tea. And then I was like, oh yeah, Earl Grey, fuck yeah. And then I looked at the package and it was like decaffeinated.
Wow.
I was just so annoyed because why would you have it be decaffeinated? But I can understand that some people do need decaffeinated with the flavor, you know. But I picked English breakfast instead. But Earl Grey has to be, other than green tea, Earl Grey is my favorite tea, and I need more of it. I need
Cool.
more green. So if you guys want to send us Earl Grey tea,
Wow.
so good.
Smile Big 321 over on YouTube says, "What homegrown horror is with app going to be?" Not sure what you're trying to say. If you sent in a story, though, we're at about a 2.5 month backlog, so depending on the date that you send it, the Storytime episode that comes out around 2.5 months later should be the one that has your story. Alexis Coomer says, "I DM'd you guys. Right on. Thank you for that." And Beautiful Dauntless says, "I'm so happy that it'll already be 4 a.m. when the stream ends, so I can go back to sleep in peace without worrying about ghosts." Alexis Coomer says, "I gotta go. Bye, you guys."
Thanks.
Thank you for joining us, Alexis. All right, it looks like we're going to be racing a trick or treat. Indubitably. Exclamation point play right now to join this spooky haunting race. My keyboard's down there. I don't know how I'm going to pilot this. Gonna figure it out, though. Let's all join. Please. Join.
Man, now I have Life is Like a Hurricane in my head.
Yeah, it's not leaving my brain either. Wow. We got 18 marbles in. 19 marbles in. Good stuff. We didn't have a lot of folks over on YouTube, but clearly a lot of you folks were hanging out on Twitch. So I know where you guys went. 20 marbles. Let's see if we can get a few more. I'm going to go ahead and grab my keyboard so I can navigate us all around this thing. You're going to hear a lot of clickety-clackety-clackety-clack, because this is the keyboard that Ulrich helped me buy. And by Ulrich helped me buy, I mean Ulrich bought me.
Glitch says, "Thanks for that again, Adam, for the
what again?
song." Life is like,
DuckTales?
yeah. Life is like a hurricane here in, where is it?
Where is what?
Duckburg.
Oh, I'm like trying to concentrate on one thing and you're just singing over there. So, we got 22 marbles in the stream. The world record for this track is 1 minute and 42 seconds. We'll see if we can beat that shit. All right.
Hello, 143 a.m. Long time no see.
Thank you for joining us. We appreciate you. Type in exclamation point play if you haven't already done so. You have. Okay.
You're so annoying.
Thank you. You're such an asshole. All right, I'm clicking start. Anyone who has not joined the race, you have 10 seconds from right now to type in exclamation point play and get your marble
Glitch
on
said,
stream.
Glitch said pitter patter.
Let's get at her.
Yeah.
Here we go. The countdown has begun. I saw it come across.
My coworker that told me about Letterkenny in the first place, yesterday when he came to my cube, I was just like, "How are you now?" And he was just laughing because that show is so stinking good. And then we just quoted a whole bunch of different lines. And then our coworkers kept coming by to wonder what we were talking about. And then we'd have to explain all the different characters and how Shorzy is an asshole.
Shorzy is also the main character, is named the actor.
Yep. Is just such a good, hilariously irreverent show.
So currently, Allbrain is in the lead.
Oh, skip that,
Jack-o'-lantern.
Jack-o'-lantern.
Jack-o'-lanterns. I remember really liking this track last time, so I'm glad we're racing it again. Our records did not apparently carry over from laptop to PC, but hey, that's okay. Captain Fake Eye is now in first place, with Glitch Grim following closely in second, who has gotten stopped to eat some pumpkin. Captain Fake Eye is zigging and zagging all around these pumpkins.
I like your voice.
Thank you. I don't know what's happening to it.
Wow, just like missing them
I know.
all.
Doing some really good work right now. And now we're going to get going a little bit fast. So let's hope you don't die.
A little bit furious.
Wow. You have died.
Oh,
Or you've been
it's
eliminated.
because you said...
Robin doesn't like it when I say that people died, so I'll just say eliminated. Captain Fake Eye was eliminated. Allbrain and Valley Girls are now in first and second place, respectively. Although Mondo Alba is... Mondo Alba has been eliminated. And now we're going to get going a little bit fast again. Cat Beatrix has been eliminated.
This is rough to watch because they're... Oh, gosh.
I'm dead. Actually, Phazon has been eliminated. Glitchgrim has been eliminated. Raisin Rebel has been eliminated. 143 AM, if I didn't say that already, has been eliminated. Alright, Allbrain is still in first place with Valley Girls and the Scriptery coming in strong right now. Really wants this victory, this spooky victory.
Man, she came out of nowhere.
Going through the bumps. Then you're going to get some fan blades. And there's also some pumpkins. What? What's that face?
Oh, no. Glitch said move your mic. I don't know why.
I have to keep looking back at it because I'm looking over here.
Yeah, look back at it.
Here we go.
Now you got to talk like an auctioneer.
Congratulations, Allbrain. Oh, never mind. I spoke too soon. Never mind. Congratulations, Allbrain. You come back for one night. You take a victory. Take that W down. Get yourself some free Scarish merch. Hit us up. Email storytime@scarish.com. Let us know where we can send that. We'd be happy to send you a little piece of merch. Looks like Robin's trying to finish out right now, but those reverse arrows are not being very helpful about that. So let's go ahead and scooch this over. Robin's going to finish second, which we can all agree is a sham, but it is her birthday, so whatever. And
So whatever.
Killsma
You're whatever.
is third. Dre is fourth. The scriptery is fifth, and everyone else will start to trickle in now.
Please.
You whatever.
Please message us or email us at storytime@scarish.com, and I will mail a sticker out to you.
Already said that.
Oh, you did?
It's okay.
Whoops, restating,
You said
just
it
in
better than
case.
me. It's fine.
Yeah, you can suck my balls.
All right. Congratulations, Jamie. You finished, and you didn't die. ASB Bunny and the Snark are still stuck back there, but it looks like the Snark is about to finish. ASB Bunny's getting whacked around on the fan blades pretty hard, while that sweeping wave of death encroaches. So we'll see if they'll make it or not. Can you hold my microphone really fast?
Beautiful Dauntless over on YouTube says, "Have a nice Halloween, everyone."
Thank you, beautiful
Thank
Dauntless.
you.
You as well.
I hope everyone has a safe Halloween.
ASB Bunny just got out of the fan blades right before the thing showed up. Another ziggin' and a zaggin'. Oh no.
Nope.
Here it comes, the encroaching blue wave of death. This is so exciting. You'll die a little bit earlier than it'll touch you. Or not. Or you'll finish with the last second. We can all agree that was really exciting, the way that ended a little bit. All right, congratulations, Allbrain. Let's check the final results and see what folks got. Allbrain's up to 20 points. The Robin Grace is up to 42, I believe. Killsma up to 79 points on the season. Dre is up to 67. My math is not that good today. 52 for Valley Grills, 40 for Laura Ann. And I know in the chat you said just to call you Laura, so I'm just going to go with Laura from now on. Snark is at 47. I'm at 40. Cat Beatrix is at 30. I missed some folks along the way, but you are all doing
I got a lot of
pretty
points.
well. You do have a lot of points, but let's be real. Everyone's racing for second right now.
Jeez.
Except Dre might have a shot at this thing. We have one more race to go, and we'll see if someone can collect some points on this. So go ahead and put your votes back in, and let's get in one more race before the night ends. And I'll bring
Mondo
it,
Alba says, "Robin reminded me of the chef song, Chocolate Salty Balls."
Damn it. I keep hitting this microphone because I'm holding it.
You spin my head round, baby, right round.
Right round, baby, right round.
Oh, you spin me right round, not my head. I mean, if you spin my head
You
right
spin
round,
my
then
head
I'd be
right
an
round,
exorcist.
Right round. Like a record, baby, right round.
Is it head?
I think so.
You spin
I don't know.
me-
It is today.
I think it's you spin me right round. Yeah, because someone says you spin me right round, baby right round. It'd be super exorcist if it was my head that spun right round.
Spanned.
This is why you're taking the English class and not me.
Yeah, you're going to want to put that out there on YouTube, dummy. All right, scrolling up. We got anything I saw? Beautiful Dauntless's farewell, along with Alexis Coomer. So I think we got everyone out of YouTube, or they're just silently watching at this point. So we're going to let those votes pour in. We have a tie right now, but our winner chose the House of Pain. So if we finish with a tie, we will go with the House of Pain because that is what Allbrain has chosen.
Glitch says, "Y'all still doing a season winner thing?" I don't think so.
We haven't done it. We didn't do it last season.
Yeah, so
I don't know.
it's taking me a while to put Lunabin's package together.
It's easier to do season winner stuff when we get more towards our donation goal.
Yeah. So what are we at? Like $6, $5?
$5. $5 for
So-
October, you cheap bastards. Cough up a fucking buck.
So it's a little hard for us to come up with stuff, because it really is a monetary
pocket.
investment. Yeah.
So it's weird how Twitch works. You have to wait for subscriptions to pay out. We do get some seriously decent subscriptions, which we sincerely appreciate. Beautiful Dauntless over there on YouTube says, "I'm still watching," smiley face.
Aw, thank
Thank
you.
you. All right. But yeah, I don't know. We'll figure something out. November 3rd is when it ends. So this is the last stream before that happens. So whoever wins this race has a chance to maybe get enough points to jump into first place. But I think Killsma has a pretty solid lead right now. I think Dre is the main person who might be able to get in front. So we'll see how that goes. Smile Big says, "Can't donate. Gotta plant trees. Hashtag Team Tree." That works too.
Yeah.
Plant a tree.
Save the world.
Plant a tree. All right. Looks like Haunted Hills is in first place with 5 votes. However, I knew you were touching it. Jump in the Night has 4. So we'll let this scroll past one more time, and then we'll go with whatever is in the lead. And if it's a tie, we're going with House of Pain. Fun, 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 and the sun, sun, sun. My head actually really hurts from wearing this fucking thing.
And that's why we don't take it to Disneyland.
I had to loosen it. Oh, yeah, now you know. I've never been allowed to wear it until now. And I just crammed it on my fucking head because I was so excited. I had to loosen it halfway through the show.
Wait, how do you loosen it?
There's a strap in there.
Oh, cool.
Yep, indeed. Ow, dude, you don't even try. Give me your hat and your wig.
No.
I'll put it back on.
It'll
like
be
an
really
asshole.
bad. You don't want to see it.
Ugh. All right, we have cycled through. Haunted Hills is one. All right, let's race us some Haunted MF and Hills. Record time, 4 minutes. Holy shit.
Albrain says, anyone been playing Ghost Recon Breaking Point?
No. We
No.
played Overwatch, trying to get
I've
into
been-
that BlizzCon mood.
I've been playing Overwatch to try and get all the skins, because each week is the new skin, right?
Exclamation
and
point
So
play to
I'm
join
like,
in.
I gotta get them all.
And this place looks absolutely terrifying.
Oh yeah, I gotta press.
We have raced this one before, too. It has a haunted house at the end of it, I'm pretty sure. So
Yep.
it's a nice one to finish out the last show before Halloween with. So
This is Halloween.
this is Halloween.
Halloween, Halloween,
Halloween, Halloween.
Oh my god, Disney, please don't strike us.
Oh my god. I mean, we're going to Disney tomorrow, so they'll probably just walk up and strike us. And I'll be like, power of Japanese Disney. Ah. I'll hit them with the hat.
You're not actually bringing that.
Fucking bringing it. You can't stop me.
No, you're not.
All right, we have 20 marbles. We had 22 last time. Someone's slacking here, folks. Who is not in this yet? 143 AM says, is this 51? By 51, you mean track 51? I don't know.
I don't know.
This is Haunted Hills, so that's all I know.
That
All
is 51, yes.
The Scriptery and Cat Beatrix have joined in, so now we're at 22. So if we get one more, we'll have one extra marble to end our stream with, which you folks know we always like to do. So that's fun. It's so
I will
annoying.
throw it across the room, I swear to God.
No balls.
We just need one more to press exclamation point play. If you guys are on YouTube, hop on over to twitch.tv/scaryish-podcast and just type in exclamation point play. It's totally free to join the race. The winner of the race gets some type of spooky sticker / coaster or something that I decide to send out. It is definitely up to my discretion. And if you folks have Amazon Prime, you can connect your Amazon Prime to Twitch Prime or to Twitch and get Twitch Prime for free. It's included with your Amazon Prime membership, which you pay for. You might as well get all the money out of it as you can, right?
Yeah.
So if you folks go to our website, I am an Amazon affiliate, so you can go down to the bottom and click on the link that says Twitch Prime, or if you don't have Amazon, you can get 30 free days of Amazon Prime through our website as well.
It's a pretty good thing to use with Christmas coming up.
Yes.
Just
So
saying.
Scaryish.com, just scroll down to the bottom. There's 2 links there, one for Twitch Prime, one for Amazon Prime. Take advantage of that. I mean, free 30 days of Amazon Prime, order all the things.
Good stuff. I'm going to go ahead and get this track started. You have 10 seconds from right now, if you haven't joined in already, to join in. Good stuff. It's a good night. Maybe.
Cool.
You're just the worst co-host, I swear to God. You're supposed to do yes and Robin does this
No,
thing
you
called
just cut
no,
me
fuck
off
you.
like a dickhead.
How did I cut you off? I said we're going to get this started. You could have kept going, but you didn't say anything.
No, you're like, good stuff. I'm going to get this thing started. Like, cutting me off mid-sentence.
You were done. You just did your full ad like you always do, which we
You're
listen
done.
to all the
Fuck
time.
you.
Whatever, dude. This is why you don't do a show with your significant other, because they're going to pout.
I'm going to pound my fist into your face.
Yep, that's fun. So she is done for the show, apparently. She's not chiming in anymore. So we're going to swirl all the way down here. It looks like 143 AM, ASB Bunny, and Brit Newt are in first, second, and third place, respectively. Once we get out of this, it is a really, really long track all the way down to a haunted house at the end of it.
Baby, you're a haunted house.
Thank you. Appreciate that. Allbrain says, cute couple fights. Ha ha ha.
They're
It's
not cute.
Fuck you. Buy me a Coke.
I'm not buying you a soda.
Not buying your fucking Coke. Now, you know what? I'm not going to say anything for the rest of the show. Robin, you can take over.
I have that song stuck in my head now. Baby, You're a Haunted House by My Chemical Romance. Not My Chemical Romance. I'm sorry, by Gerard Way, because it's a Gerard Way song. You guys should listen to it. It's cute. The Snark says, lol, fisting Adam with a drumstick. Because I said fisting the drumstick through the snare drum.
Don't touch me.
I got confused for a second because we had chicken for dinner and I totally ate a drumstick with my mac and cheese.
And threw it into my bowl.
No, I just threw the bone because you were done eating.
She threw the discarded refuse
because you were done
waste.
eating and your cup was empty, so I just tossed it in there for you to toss.
Clearly didn't want any more. She was like, here's my garbage. Have fun throwing that out for me.
Yep.
All right, we've gone through a teleporter. There's also a fan blade that might slow some folks down and see if other folks can catch up. 1:43 a.m.
Woo, scary!
Has gotten taken over. However, Allbrain down there and Woo Scarish up top seem to have taken over first place. It's hard to tell who's in first place. Right now, the game is giving it to Allbrain, but Woo Scarish, it won't let me look that far up.
I love this map because it is so aesthetically pleasing.
It is very aesthetically pleasing. However, there's... Whoa. So Woo Scarish is in first place.
No, it's Woo Scarish, not Whoa Scarish.
The Robin Grace has been eliminated, which is just justice. I think we can all agree. Lunabin has been eliminated along with 1:43 a.m. The sad part about this map is it's kind of hard for people to catch up without those fan blades. So Woo Scarish has a pretty good chance of winning this at this point. But however, when you get into the haunted house, it's like there's a bunch of like invisible tracks that you wind up on. So we'll see how that works. Glitch Grim has been eliminated. So we've lost a lot more than we did the first time because I think everyone but one finished the first time. All right, we have the accelerators that I think Woo Scarish might have missed the first one. Because it seems like folks are catching up kind of quick. We'll see what happens with this. All right. It's just a long track and a lot of vamping.
Glitch said, did my donation not pop up? I'm not sure.
If not, I will run it again. As soon as I'm able to use this mouse for something else, I will run your donation again. I swear it.
So we apologize just because the whole setup is new. So this is us discovering all the problems that we're having, and thank you for bringing up the fact that it did not come up because I don't think we can see it anyway because you just have marbles up, right?
Correct. We just have the game
yeah,
up. We
so,
can't actually see the stream right now.
But we will get it fixed. We'll try our best, our absolute bestest.
It's really hard to know who's in first place when you're in this stupid fucking mansion, but I believe it's Woo Scarish. Although Allbrain is floating in a way that no one else was, and I think Allbrain's now in first place.
Everyone said it did pop up, though. Okay, so that's good.
Maybe the sound didn't work.
Yeah, maybe the sound didn't work.
The biggest problem we're having right now is that
sounds
we
for the
copied the
notifications.
sounds over, and for whatever reason, they just decided not to work. All right, everyone's floating through this haunted house, and the key to doing this is these candles are like the points in which you like change direction. So if you skip the candle, you kind of circumvent the straight lineage thing going on. And I don't know if anyone's going to be able to catch up to Allbrain, and it might be
double
one
wins.
of those fabled double wins that we haven't seen in a while. And the other thing is, it's really hard to know where the hell the finish line is. Pretty sure it's outside the house down there. Okay, here we go. So we got Allbrain, we got Woo Scarish.
No, yeah,
and
Allbrain's
ASB
the
Bunny
winner.
right behind. Congratulations, Allbrain. You took 2 victories tonight.
Oh my gosh.
That's impressive stuff.
That strobe light effect just there was like, can't look
Woo
at it.
Scarish in second place. ASB Bunny in third. I came in fourth on this one. Cat Beatrix fifth. Brit Newt, the Snarked. Raisin Rebel Valley Girls. Ashley Faison. Finish out the top 10. And we're just going to have people trickle in. Killsma finished again. And then Dre right behind. So we know that Dre did not get more points. So I'm pretty sure that means that Killsma is going to be the season victor. The Scriptory HQ finishing out the last... Nope, there's another marble still in the mansion somewhere floating around.
It's Jang Mi.
It's Jang Mi.
Get it, Jang Mi.
As Lasty. And Allbrain. Congratulations. You finished the season with 40 fucking points. 2 victories in 2 races. Undefeated in your season. Woo Scarish finishes with 43. Let's just jump straight down there. Killsma 79. Dre 67. Killsma, congratulations. You have won this season of Marbles on Stream with your dedication and just your gosh darn it stick-to-itiveness. You also had 2 victories along with Dre. So you tied Allbrain for the lead for the season, which is just crazy.
Outstanding.
Wow. Wonderful. There's a list
Wonderful.
of fake words that everyone uses in conversation that just signifies that they're not being
Oh
authentic.
yeah, my sister was on the phone the other day, And I knew she was just annoyed with this phone call. And so she's trying to be as cordial and as nice as possible. But you knew at the end she was so sick of it because she used the word wonderful.
Oh, wonderful.
She's like, oh, wonderful. And I was like, oh, she's done. She's so done. And when she got off the phone, I was like, wonderful, huh?
All right. Since we didn't see it, I'm going to run it again. So there we go. Glitch Grim donated $10.
Thank you so
says,
much.
Happy birthday from me. And kills me figured out.
Oh, figured out.
Figured out.
Sort yourself out.
Sort yourself out. So I think that's our normal stuff for the night. I will say thank you to everyone who joined us live. I know that it's right around Halloween. Everyone's busy. Everyone has places to be, or everyone might just want to sleep, or everyone has other shit to do. So the fact that you choose to be with us means a whole hell of a lot to us.
Thank you so much, everyone, for the birthday wishes. You guys are absolutely amazing and so nice. It's so sweet. I have
baby,
all the feels.
You're a haunted house.
Oh my gosh, thanks.
So let's go ahead and just move into our intro stuff. Thank you to everyone.
You mean outro?
Yep, that's what I meant. Thank you for interrupting me to correct me. You can always be counted on.
Because if it's intro, I'm just like, hello, spooky friends yet again.
Bye, everyone. I really feel like just fucking throwing up the fucking outro and just rolling the credits.
Thank you so much, everyone who joined us. If you'd like to support us financially, how can they do that?
Wow, you're just skipping over all that other stuff. You can go over to patreon.com/scarishpodcast. Sign up for a monthly donation. They start out at $1, go all the way up to like $1,000 a month. We obviously recommend the $1,000 a month tier. That's
do
pretty
we have
cool.
$1,000 tier?
I think it's actually a $250 or a $500. So whatever you want to do, you can do as low as $1. But those are monthly donations, so they'll come out automatically, and those definitely help us keep things going. You can also go to coffee.com/scarishpodcast. Coffee spelled ko-fi.com/scarishpodcast. And make a one-time donation that just drops into that. We share it on all social medias. We thank you so much for your donation, and that goes to upgrading the studio setup, which we did. We have our new computer, which is amazing. It helped us a lot. We're working out a few tweaks, but it definitely is a much better system by the fact that our fan didn't kick on the laptop like it was about to die because it's not running it anymore. It just runs my emails now and my chat. And that's thanks to you folks, which is amazing. If you have a story you want to send us, Robin, how can they do that?
So if you like,
if you fucks, if you motherfuckers.
If you folks want to send us your homegrown horrors, so those are, as we've said, your tales of paranormal, supernatural, hilariously coincidental, scary stories,
or pranks that your shitty older siblings pulled on you.
And if it could be to you, your family members, your friends, and they've shared them with you, you can send them to storytime@scaryish.com, but also feel free to message us on Facebook, facebook.com/scaryish podcast. We also have a Twitter, that's not even a thing. So @scaryishpod on Twitter, Instagram, @scaryishpodcast. So yeah, feel free to contact us or post pictures and tag us. And
hit us up.
show us your omen babies because we've had a resurgence of those and I absolutely love them.
You can also go to scarish.com, which is our website. You can check out our stores, see all of our episodes, and you can click on contact us and contact us that way. So however you'd like to do it. We appreciate every single one of you who listens, watches, supports us. It is so awesome to have an audience that's actually there and present and engaging, and it's amazing. So thank you one last time. And for those of you who watch this live, happy Halloween tomorrow. Stay safe. For those of you listening to this the day after, happy hangover. And hope this wasn't too hard on your ears. So, Robin, go ahead and send us out.
Keep on creeping on, and we'll talk to you guys later.
Bye.
Bye.